everybody, it's Alyssa. I just wanted to make a video about what I've been kind of going through lately. I woke up this morning really sad, and I hate that adjective. I don't know why. I feel like sad doesn't really cover all of the things that I'm feeling. It's been a really complex few months. Just this whole year has been really odd for me. From the minute I turned 30 in January, I've been losing family members like crazy. Just a week after my 30th birthday, my aunt, my little cousin, and my aunt's husband were all murdered in their home, and we're still kind of reeling from all of that. My two little cousins found their parents and brother, and they were like 2 and 4, and so we've been dealing with their situation afterwards. My mom has custody of one and my grandparents have custody of the other. I think they're trying to figure something out with what they're gonna do about all that. But for the first few months after that happened, I was really trying to, well, I mean, up until we left for Oregon, I was really trying to help them through what was going on with that. I would drive back and forth, helping them out with various errands and stuff so that they didn't have to do that while they were planning funerals, and just trying to be there for them, you know? It was also a strange time because I felt like I could not grieve myself because I was trying to be there for everybody else. And after that, a few months went by, and then my sister got married. It was like a huge up from a very, very low down. It was kind of nuts the way that something so happy can happen in a year that's so sad. And then almost immediately after my sister got married, we moved to Oregon. And after what happened with Trump, my great aunt was shot by my great uncle, her husband, and then he shot himself. And so the family reeled again, and I was all the way over here. I can't do anything about it from halfway across the country. So I had to hear about that through other people, and then just like a week after that, my cousin overdosed. And so now she's gone too. I had this weird feeling. It's so weird. I had a weird feeling about New Year's this year, this past New Year's. I didn't want to celebrate it. I knew that this was going to be an election year. I knew that this was going to be a rough year. I just did not know how rough it was gonna be. I didn't celebrate it. I had a very, very bad feeling about this whole year, y'all, but I had no idea how bad it was gonna be. I mean, I'm tussling with my bracelets. They both have my aunt and my little cousin. It's the same date on there besides their birthdays, so I've just been kind of tussling with that. We moved to Oregon in May. We got here May 15th, and I don't have insurance anymore. I had insurance in Minnesota for a while, and we got cut off before that happened, and we just didn't end up getting it again because we knew we were gonna move. And I really was using my therapy aspect of it, and I miss that so much. I don't have anybody to talk to. I don't have anyone to talk to. We know one person here who's a really great, genuine person, but he goes through his own things, you know? Everyone has their own issues, and I feel like anytime I feel these big emotions, I mean, my husband works, he's providing for us, and I'm just left to kind of bottle up how I'm feeling, and I don't even really know how I'm feeling. For most of the year, I've been feeling pretty numb after what happened in January, and then all of these things just happened in the last month, and I didn't even want to talk about it online because when tragedy happens to you, it seems like when you try to open up about it, it seems like people who are on the internet don't even really believe you. And I mean, it's hard to believe even for me, because it's been so much. It's just been so much. It's hard for me to even believe it. So I didn't want to tell anybody online, you know, what was going on with me, because I was just kind of nervous that people would just think that I'm making it up, because it's just so crazy. It's just so out there, you know? There's no way this happens to a single family. There's just no way that in 1 year, not even in a year, in all of 8 months, we've lost 5 family members. And it was never a natural thing. It was murder and overdoses and violence, and I feel so isolated and alone, and I feel like if I want to tell anybody what's going on, it's either trauma dumping or they're not going to believe me, or I don't know. So I've just been bottling it up and bottling it up, and this morning I woke up and taking my own life was the first thing I was thinking about. But I would never do that because my family has been through so much already, and I would never do that to them, and my husband is with me out here and I would never do that to him. And I have heard this saying before that was, I don't want to die, but I just don't want to live like this. It's just really hard, dude. It's just really hard. I'm not trying to cry, but I heard this song earlier when I was just you know, kind of doing my daily morning routine, and I was just reminded, basically right after I started having those thoughts, I was just reminded that that's not the way to go. It's not the way to go. And people care about you, even if you've isolated yourself, even if you feel like you have nobody. And I do have people. I have people. I have my husband right here most of the time, you know, when he's not working 11-hour days. And I watch our friends' kids. So I have, you know, human interaction. It's just not the kind of interaction I'm used to. I'm used to adult interaction. I'm used to at least being able to talk to a therapist about this stuff. I just don't have that anymore. And so after losing that, I've been having this like empty, numb, yet very painful feeling inside, and I don't know what to do with that. I just don't know what to do with that. It's August now. We've been here for June, July, August. Only 3 months. Only 3 months. And it's kind of weird. I don't feel very secure for some reason. Like, rent is so high, food is so high, you know, just prices and everything is so high. And we used to have fallbacks. We used to have people that we could live with. We used to have, you know, like, we didn't have to pay all the bills all the time, you know. And now it's all on us. And I'm looking for, well, I'm not even looking for, I'm trying to interview for this job that our friend is actually currently doing. It's like an overnight care thing, and I would just do it like part-time or something so that I could still make like time for videos and stuff. And I'm sorry about how videos have been going this year. I have been very, very dodgy. I've just been very dodgy about videos and uploading, and I know I know I'm terrible at it, and I'm sorry. I'm trying so hard to just get out of bed every day that making a whole video, recording, pretending to be happy, because I can't make a usually lighthearted video that I do on my Sims channel without actually feeling positive. And so when I wake up and I'm just drained, and I wake up more exhausted than I was when I went to sleep, it's hard for me to get into that headspace to be positive enough to record and edit and, you know, do all of the things that I need to do in order to get a video out. And then, you know, our wallets are suffering, and the algorithm is bad, and my channel starts suffering, and it's been really hard this year to just live, to just do basic things. I didn't want this to be such a negative video. It's just, this is how I've been feeling, you know? And so this is just kind of like me just like coming out to you and really, really being scared, because I have for so long just thought, you know, they're literally not gonna believe me. They're literally not going to believe that this happened, because it's too much. It's just too much. Usually people lose someone to a murder and it hits them once in their lifetime, and this is 3 murders and 2 self-inflicted deaths, and it's just unbelievable. It's just unbelievable. I don't know what to do about this hole, like this hole in my heart and in my soul. I don't know what to do. Every day I am sadder than the next, I feel like, and I would never actually take my own life, but the ideation itself is overwhelming sometimes, and it's made it to where I feel like I'm a bad friend, because if someone's telling me about what they're going through, I can't get past what I'm going through. I just can't. I can't get past it enough to see them and their situation. I'll obviously say the things and go through the motions and, you know, be there for them to the best of my ability, but it's still in the back of my head that I'm going through a lot of pain too, and I don't see any support or anything like that. You know, I've lost friends this year. There was this particular person, let me just tell you, okay? There was this particular person that, after everything happened with my family, after, you know, while I was driving around doing errands for my family, we were going to the food shelf like every week. My husband works as like a healthcare worker, kind of. He drives people around to do errands and stuff that they can't do for themselves. So he takes people out to run errands, basically. He would go to the food shelf every week, and while he was doing that for his client, he would pick some things up for us, and we would take what we needed, and then anything else, which was not bad stuff. It was like really good foods, like fresh fruits, fresh vegetables. There was some boxed meals and stuff like that, like just not things that you could probably like survive off of for a week or more, you know, weeks at a time, but it was something that you could eat if you were hungry, and that would help. I had this friend who, she has a son, and she was telling me about how hungry they were, and you know, how she could barely feed her son. He's not even in school yet. He's like 4. And so I took the food that we got from the food shelf, and sometimes it was all of it. Sometimes it was everything he grabbed, and I would just bring it over there. I made them dinners, I made them lasagnas. I helped her out, I think, a lot, and I tried to do that not for like any kind of praise or because she owed me anything or anything like that. It was just because I knew she had a son and they were struggling, and I just wanted to help. And that was while everything was going on with funeral arrangements and all of that with my aunt and my cousin. And so fast forward to when we're about to leave, I had a going away party with my family and friends, and I invited everybody that I thought might come. I invited her. You know, she didn't even get back to me until like a week later saying, sorry, you know, I didn't come, and that was only because I messaged her first. And then one day while we're here, I woke up to a message from her just basically cussing me out because she got into an argument with my husband and he blocked her. Then she went over to me, deleted me off of Facebook, which is, you know, it's petty to be angry about that, I guess, but it felt like such a slap in the face because I've been there for her for a lot of things. You know, when it was my birthday, she FaceTimed me, and I thought it was because she was gonna wish me a happy birthday, and she was really just asking for a favor. And I had like a whole birthday tiara on and everything, and she still didn't say happy birthday until I mentioned that it was my birthday. And, you know, just little things like that. And then she messaged me after he blocked her, and she basically just was cussing me out about something he said. They disagreed about something, and then she just kept going, and so he just kind of blocked her so he didn't have to see the notifications anymore, which I get. And I basically just kind of flipped out, and I was like, you know what, after everything I have been through to help you and to be a good friend to you, even though I feel like you have never been there for me, it's really a slap in the face that you would just, because of something that you two got into an argument about. My husband is his own person, you know, I am not responsible for what he says. And especially to my friends, we're mutual friends. We both knew her before we knew each other. Like, it's not like my friend that I introduced him to. Like, no. This is a person that we both knew, and he just got into an argument with her and decided to cut contact. And then she decided in turn that I'm guilty by association and then cut contact with me after I had done so much for this woman. This woman didn't even know, and we were Facebook friends, she didn't even know what was going on with my family, even though I had been posting about it the entire time. Like, the entire month, that's all I could really focus on or post about was how I was feeling about what was going on with my family. She didn't say anything about it. There was one day when I brought her food and I was like, yeah, after what happened with my family, and she was like, oh, what happened to your family? And I'm like, you kidding me? I don't know. It feels really lonely. I feel like I've lost a lot more than I've gained living here. I've gained such a beautiful place to heal. I really appreciate being able to leave this apartment and seeing mountains. You don't even know. Living in Minnesota, you don't see a whole heck of a lot of natural beauty. My opinion, you don't have to agree with me. But living here, I mean, we have a healthy dose of, we've got mountains, we've got forests, we've got the ocean, the beaches, so much beauty around us, and I am feeling the worst that I've ever felt probably in my entire life. And so I guess I'm just kind of posting this in hopes that someone out there will just like give a damn. I don't know. I don't know what I'm posting this for. Maybe I won't. Maybe I just need to get it all out. Anyways, I'm gonna record a vlog, I guess, and try to get out of this funk a little bit. I actually, like, took the whole everything shower, did my makeup, brushed my hair. I feel very proud of myself today. I feel like I've done a lot. I've cleaned, I've made breakfast, and it's just kind of like hitting to the middle of the day where it's like starting to get to like the point where it's like, okay, you gotta do something. So I guess I'll vlog. I need to show you guys around the apartment, so that'll be in the next video on our other channel where I vlog. If you want to go over to that channel, that would be awesome. But I'm gonna post this on my Sims channel because I feel like I've done a lot of this style kind of videos, just kind of like talking to y'all. I've been able to say it out loud and just get it out there into the universe and not just keep it bottled up inside where things feel so much worse. So thank you for listening. If you've made it this far, I salute you. Thank you so much. Because I know this has been a lot of negativity. I know it's been a lot of not how I usually am. I appreciate you watching. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.